project L322 has not stopped. It has just taken a bit of a detour. Well, yesterday I had to detour to Nottingham to get my daughter out of university for Christmas, so that took up half the day. But then when I came home, I started doing some welding, just practicing. So when I got the welder first couple of days ago, I did some early welds, and you can see they're pretty, yeah, that's pretty bad. But then by changing out the wire, messing with the wire speed, I went for a narrower 0.6mm wire, messing with the gas a little bit. I managed to get some, what I think is some pretty decent welds going, actually. And I welded on a little patch here and then ground it down, and it's not, as I said from the offset, it's never going to be beautiful, but it'll be better than the hole that's there. And then the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go in, I'm going to hammerite all in behind it, make sure that whatever's caused that rust problem in the first place doesn't come back. I'll put some panels in behind if I have to. I'll do a proper job on it when I do it. This is my practice steel, and this is my slightly thinner, I think that's 1mm, this is 0.8mm gauge. This is closer to car metal, I think. So that'll be what I use when I weld up the car. But before I do any of that, because I don't need to do it imminently, I do need to put a windscreen in the car, and that's what I've been doing most of today, is just prepping the glass alone. So just getting all of the residue of the old adhesive off the glass. And I found, well, I can't say I found out, there's a chap on YouTube doing tutorials on this, and he said the best, what he uses is a chisel. So I went out and bought a brand new carving chisel, super sharp, and sure enough, it's absolutely amazing at getting all that, like, wafer thin, super stuck to the glass adhesive right off it. So I've been using this and then going around it afterwards with methylated spirits just to make sure that it's super clean. So I'm now at the point where it's all done, it's all prepped. But in order to put it in, I need to take the windscreen out, and that's the bit that scares me. So I'm now at the point where I'm ready to start taking the windscreen out. I've got the trim off outside and inside. Oh, actually, I tell a lie, I'm not. I still have to figure out how to undo all that in there. But other than that, I'm ready to start taking the windscreen out. So I have all the trim off the inside, and I've got the cowl off the front of the windscreen here finally. Getting the little lugs off those splines was an absolute nightmare. I ended up having to buy a slide hammer to just basically hammer them, just whack them off. Yeah, I heard it too. But now it's done, so I'm at the point where, well, I'm almost at the point of no return, and that makes me quite nervous. So I'm gonna play with the mirror, see if I can get all that off in there, and then I'm ready to take it off really, and then I'm gonna clean it, and then I'm probably gonna bring it into the garage to put the glue on, because it's starting to get dark and there's going to be humidity and dew falling, and I don't want that messing with the adhesive. But the glass is prepped, and all the connections for the heated window, which you can see like there, they all correspond exactly to what's on the car. So it didn't work anyways, so if it works, great. If it doesn't, I'm no worse off. Well, I'm better off because I've gotten rid of a big crack on the windscreen. So that's where I'm at. Nervous. Never done this before. Don't know what's involved, but only one way to find out. Alright, so a bit of a curiosity here. When I first took the cowl off around the mirror, I noticed that this socket here was not connected to anything. I didn't think anything of it because there are different specs and different pieces of equipment, so it didn't bother me too much. And then I undid the little plug here that sits into this sort of light detector box, or what I think is a like a light sensor. And then as I went to pull it out, I noticed, well, there's a wire broken, that's easily fixed, but the connector for the mirror is here. But it wasn't connected, it was tucked, hidden away up behind the dashboard. Now I also have this thing here, which is part of the stereo. But I'm wondering, I'm curious. So, and also the model number on that light box is different to the one on my replacement windscreen. So I'm trying to figure out what this means. It could be that the car has, I don't know if they have automatic lights and wipers. Like there's nothing, everything's working fine right now, so I'm not going to mess with it. But I'm very curious as to what that does. I'm going to repair that wire, and then I'm going to hook that up when I get the windscreen in and see what happens. Actually, I could do it now, couldn't I? No, that's just a distraction. In terms of the window itself, it's hard work getting this thing out. So I'm using, you know, everything that I have basically to try and cut the glue. I've got the sides, they're relatively easy, but getting around the top and getting around the bottom is proving challenging, to say the least. So yeah, this is going to be a bit of work. But once I get it out, and then I can prep the window frame, and then getting the window itself in, that should be the easy bit. It's all about getting this one out and the prep for the new window. Those are the tricky bits. Now, I knew that the windscreen needed replacing when I bid on the car, right? So I just assumed, well, I'll just get it replaced. I'll pay whatever it is, a couple $100 and get a new one put in. And then the guy said, well, no, I'm throwing in a windscreen with the car. And I don't know, he kind of implied, well, he didn't imply, he outright told me, he goes, it's not that hard, you can do it yourself. And I have to confess, he imbued me with a confidence that was perhaps a little ill-conceived. This is a very, very tricky job. I've watched some online videos, and they all use this like little sawzall tool, and just to go down and cut this thing across the bottom. Because I've got all the top done, and I've got the sides done. That's gone okay. Well, mostly okay, except I've frayed a few more of those wires. So I've got to reattach all those. Hopefully there's enough, when I get the screen out, there'll be enough dangling down that I can solder those back together without too many problems. But it's annoying that happened. But yeah, getting access to this bit down here is a 5-star pain in the arse. So I'm going to try one more time to do the wire thing. Just pulling a piece of like piano wire. It's not really piano wire, but you know what I mean. Through back and forth to try and cut through the glue, the adhesive. If that doesn't work, I may resort to just kicking it out slightly. And at least then, I know it's going to break, but even then, you know, the bits that are left, I can kind of chip away at it. I can get access to them. The problem I have right now is I just can't get down here. And also, I don't want to go hacking at them with tools, damaging the dashboard and possibly cutting more wires and more stuff that I don't know that's down there. So I'm at the point where I'm about to start getting ugly with it. Hopefully the wire will work and I can cut through a bit more of the adhesive and it will come out cleanly. That's what I'd rather do. So I'm at the very last bit now. I've got a little bit of cable, a little bit of wire that I've been working my way through. It keeps snapping because, you know, it's under so much, it gets hot and it's under so much tension. But yeah, this is what I'm doing now. I'm just basically working the last bits of the wire through to try and get the bottom of it done. Part of me really just wanted to hack this thing out. Actually, I've just had a thought. I've literally just had a thought. Okay, bear with. If I can pull that cable through. Come back here. Here. And back at this side. Maybe I can pull it from the inside. And do a little U-shaped. Do a little U-shaped tickle. That might work. Okay, man. In you go. Right, give me a U-shaped tickle. It's almost out. I can feel it. We're so close. It just needs one last little tickle and it's out. Alright, let's do it. You son of a bitch. Ready? Come on. You horrible fuck. Yes. That's it. The windscreen is free. What a 5-star pain in the tits that was. Jesus. Right, I need to get a ladder so I can lift this off, or I think there's nobody around that can help me. But yeah, it's off. Fuck. That was horrible. So I've had a little bit of a genius moment, and that is I'm just going to lie it out on the hood, on the bonnet. Just bring it out and lay it down that way, and then from there it shouldn't be too hard. Oops, I'm trying not to damage the car. There you go. Oof. Wow. Right, that's that off. Got these new suction cupping things here as well, so it'll be good to see if they can actually hold this windscreen up. No, one let go. One's good, one's not. Well, that's not what you want, is it? But anyway, one screen out. So all I've got to do now, well, I say all I've got to do. What I've got to do now is they're the old window connectors. Take those out. Is just clean all this off. Pop the new ones in. And these are the little nubs that I was hitting that were causing me problems. And here's my wiring situation, which I need to address as a matter of urgency. They're not great, are they? Oh man, that's so frustrating. Okay, so they need to get done as well. How many have I got? Quite a few. But I've got my little soldering set up, and they're really good for that. So hopefully I can. What I might do is I might just release the. Oh, light's gone. All right. I might just release the sun visor just to free that up a little bit, let it hang down, and then give me a bit more access. I can solder those wires back together. So that's job one, and then job two will be clean all this up, and then once that's done, you just very carefully apply the glue and just lie the windscreen in. Simple as that. Ha!